Hello, Professor. How are you?
Hello,
I'm good.
Mus.
What
So
about
far, so
you?
good.
Um, I think that you find your homework on model scene 2, right?
Yes, right.
Yes, good.
And also read from the big PDF from the source of play.
Yes, good. Okay, so since you have read scene 2, let me hear from you your summaries about scene 2. Okay,
May I?
before
May I?
start talking.
May I?
May I?
Can I?
Okay,
May I?
Mariam, yes, Mariam.
Okay. Um,
Yes.
um, to know this color, come looking for Faustus at his residence and English. Them in a bit of verbal spring before telling them his master is at dinner with the Valdis and uh, Corn, uh, Cornelius.
Yes, coordinates.
اشرحها بالعربي؟
Hmm? No, no,
أوضحها
coordinates.
بالعربي؟
No, just in English. Okay, that's it, Mariam. Thank you.
The scholar
Mm,
the
yes,
scholar take this as bad news. Now, knowing the doctor justice are infamous practitioners. That is.
okay, Mariam, thank you very much. Ibtisam, yes, Ibtisam.
Yes, yes. Two scholars worried about Dr. Faustus because they didn't see him at the university. They
Mm-hmm,
met Wagner and asked him about Dr. Faustus.
mm-hmm.
He argued with them and tried to imitate his master. Then they knew that he had dinner with Valdez and Carolinas,
Okay,
who wanted to teach Faustus the black arts.
yes,
The scholars feel sorry about that, and they decided to inform the head of the university.
yes,
Yes,
good.
that's
Thank you, Ibtisam. Thank you
yes,
very much.
yes.
May I, my
Then
teacher?
May I?
I just wait. I will choose it from the messages. Muhammad Falah. Yes, Muhammad.
Yes, Professor. Yes.
Yes.
I read from the source, from the big file of Dr. Faustus. So I
Yes.
have different ideas from file and model.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's short scene 2 from Act 1 of Dr. Faustus. From
Yes.
this scene, we don't see Faustus. The main character was his servant Wagner, and I
Mm-hmm.
have two conclusions from these scenes. The first, that servant of Faustus was naive because he spoke a strange way and played
Yes.
with words with strange
Yes.
people who are in the same time scholars and friends of Faustus. So
Yes.
how he spoke
Right.
like this way? Perhaps
Mm-hmm.
Marlowe give us idea from for reason maybe we will know later why
Yes.
he spoke like this. The second conclusion is that Faustus was not only a great scientist, but he was
Yes.
also popular and lovely in society because the friends of Faustus in the university asked about him and worried about him. So we have a question here. Before
Mm-hmm.
Faustus uh, practiced black magic, did he
Mm-hmm.
have, sorry?
Yes, I hear you. Your voice is clear,
Yes,
Muhammad. Yes.
yes. Before Faustus practiced black magic, did he have a good reputation? Good. The answer is yes,
Yes.
because the two scholars, his friend, was worried about him and come to visit him in his home, in his house. Yes.
Yes, that's right. That's right. He was so popular. He was a good person. He was educated, and he
Before
had
he
all
practiced
before
black magic.
practicing magic. Yes, that's right.
Yes.
And also, people love him. That's why they followed him when he becomes magician. That's why they followed him. If he is not lovely, unpopular, then nobody will follow him. That's why he achieved his dream to be God-like figure, okay?
So
But in a negative way, not in the positive way. Yes,
so
Muhammad.
I read in the files in the model two noisy scholars. I think it's not noisy. It's worried about friends.
Yes, they are not noisy, but
Yes,
okay, we will discuss about them. We will discuss
inshallah,
about them now.
inshallah.
Thank you, Muhammad. Thank you very much, and very good for this information. Ruqayya, yes, Ruqayya.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
ست السنة اللي سوت سنة إلى two
Yes.
scholar to Wagner to inquire about Faustus instead of
Mm-hmm.
giving a direct answer. Wagner uses scholastic local in order to
Mm-hmm.
prove to the two scholars that they should not have asked the questions. After the displays,
Mm-hmm.
the declared knowledge of it is inside with the Valdes and Cornelis. The
Yes.
two scholars then fear that Faustus has fell into the practice of magic.
Mm-hmm.
They plan to see the rector to see if he, by his grave counsel, can reclaim Faustus.
Yes. Thank you, Ruqayya. Ruqayya, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let me hear from Muhammad Basim.
Yes. Uh, when two scholars come to meet Dr. Faustus because they
Mm-hmm.
worried about him, suddenly
Mm-hmm.
Wagner enter and bring the wine by the hand. Then one of the scholars ask him about his master. Uh, here,
Yes.
Wagner tried to imitate his master. He plays upon words, and he said, "If I told you about his place, he has a body, and the body is moving." He,
Mm-hmm.
he told them later that Dr. Faustus having a dinner with his friends, Valdez and Cornelius.
Yes.
Now, Toscar become worried about Dr. Faustus and fall in astrology and magic. Later, they going to try and tell the chancellor about what happened uh, because he thought because they thought his advice maybe saved Dr. Faustus.
Yes. Good. Good, Muhammad. Thank you very much.
May I discussion about this point, please?
No, let me continue the others, then I will give you the chance to discuss. Mustafa Mehdi.
نعم.
يلا Mustafa.
I will not add a lot from what my colleague says, but
Yes.
just to see that Wagner try to hide the truth about the scholars and to protect his master, and also he want to see what will happen if his master move on in his plan. So
Yes.
he played as a kind of foil character as this scene. So
Mm-hmm.
he tried to cover the truth and want his master to move on in the black magic, as I told you, and to see what will happen if the magic goes well with his master. And also,
Yes.
if the university knows about that, they will stop it from this plan. So he tried
Mm-hmm.
to play in word and delay the students as much as he can.
Yes.
That's
Good.
what I
Good.
understood.
Good. Thank you very much. Very
Welcome.
good.
Welcome.
Then Ghassan.
Yes.
Sajjad, you can't leave. ما شفت المسج مالتك. So sorry. You can't leave. Yes, Ghassan.
Can I start?
Yes, Ghassan. Sure. Okay.
Two scholars thinking about Dr. Faustus because a long time they didn't see him in the university. They passed by Faustus' residence and met Wagner, the servant of Dr. Faustus, and then asked him about his master. In the beginning, he don't want to inform him about Dr. Faustus, and start to do something fun and loving and plays upon the words with them. Then they knew that Dr. Faustus now is eating the dinner with his friends Valdez and Cornelius, who
Yes.
will teach him the black art. Actually, they feel bad about that and decide to inform the president of the university to talk with Dr. Faustus in order to leave them. That's
Yes.
it.
Yes. Very good. Then Ali Amr. Yes,
Good
Ali.
evening, my teacher.
Good evening. How are you?
I am fine, thank you.
Yes, Ali.
I think the writer or the dramatist,
Mhm.
the as the goodness have the followers, advocates, the evil to have the loyalists and the advocates too. Okay, the
Yes.
after the scholars came, sorry, and asked about Faustus. Okay, they
Yes.
they show this point show us how Faustus was respect and have respect by the other people or other teachers or other anything. Okay,
Yes.
so the dramatists want to show us how the darkness maybe make the powerful. Okay, and make
Yes.
this man his move on in his his plan to done.
Yes.
Okay, so the scholars came to the Nazi scholars came looking for Faustus at his residence. Wagner made verbal sparring before telling them his master is at dinner with Valdez and Cornelius. Okay, the
Yes.
scholars thought these are bad news, so they go to the head of the university, faintly hoping he will be able to rescue Faustus from this grave mistake. Okay,
Yes.
the
Yes.
concern of the two scholars leads us at the university and how he was prized. Okay,
Yes.
the two scholars reveal a personal sense by addressing Wagner, an address reserved for inferiors, but he shows them his mentality and agility. Wagner
Yes.
had the intellect and education to make a dispute using logic. It's right. If Wagner's logic is flawed, but clever enough to confuse the scholars. In conclusion, this established Wagner's rules as a rather clever, very loyal, and protective servant to Faustus, albeit in the form of a servant. His outlook and actions will often reflect those of his master.
Very good, Ali. Thank you very much.
Thank you, teacher.
Then the last one for today, Sukaina, because we don't have enough time to hear all of your summaries. Thank you for this preparation. Yes, Sukaina, let me hear from you. What have you got from scene 2 for today?
Good afternoon to you.
Yes, Sukaina.
Yes. Um, the now كتبت عن يعني the serve of the mine is far great and my jobs and
Mm,
Mukari and blame that Rodel of the rival of the doctor and told that them that he had become step and wanted to open account urgent that eventually about Faustus and what happened to him and he said they are because of the recases of Faustus and teach us the while take his life decisive and stop away.
yes. Okay, Sukaina. Thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you for all of you. Now let's start talking. I will share with you the text in order to start talking about scene 2. You know that in scene one, Dr. Faustus was preparing himself to conjure with Valdez and Carlinus. You know, there was a meeting, and in order to teach him to practice magic, especially conjuring, this was the condition between them and the meeting between them. Now they are in that meeting, but there are two characters who appeared. Their names are scholars. There are two scholars, Scholar 1 and Scholar 2. They are his friend, as you have just mentioned, and they are asking for him. But the strange thing is that Wagner don't like to tell them the truth. So why? Why? What do you think? He was hesitant at the beginning. He don't like to tell them that Faustus is with the Valdez and Carlinus. Why? This is an important question.
Excuse me,
Yes,
Kanna.
Ali.
My opinion.
I think
Ali,
he
Ali,
want to show them.
Yes,
He
Ali.
want to show them how is good in the logic.
Mm-hmm.
The servant of
He,
Faust.
yes, he refused. I mean, Wagner refused to tell them that Dr. Faustus now with Valdez and Carlinus.
Yes.
Why he refused at the beginning?
At the beginning,
Yeah, at the beginning he refused. He just tried to play with the words with them, to
yes,
engage them, not to tell them the truth.
to show them his power in logic, or
Okay.
yes, and to protect Faustus.
To protect Faustus. Okay,
Yes,
thank you,
yes.
Ali. Mohammed, do you want to add something for this question?
Yes.
Yes, Mohammed.
I have a different opinion about Wagner. If he was smart, why
Yes.
was his way of talking so stupid with strange people, with scholars? Why didn't he use a smart way? And if he did this for protect Faustus, why he in the end he told scholars he Valdez with Faustus with Valdez having a dinner? So in the end, he
Yes.
told that. I think he just stupid, in my opinion. And Marlo showing that for something in the future, maybe we will know.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much for sharing your stupid. He is not what just like what you are thinking of him. He is clever, just like his master, and we have the proof for this later on with the scenes. But actually, you know that before. So he was afraid not to tell them about, not to tell the scholars that Dr. Faustus is with Valdez and Carlinus, because the scholars already will know that he is learning magic and he wants just to conjure, and they will prevent him. And they will prevent him because they are his friends. And you know that practicing black magic is something wrong and dangerous for Faustus, for a person who's highly educated, who is popular, lovely in society. So at the beginning he was hesitant. The scholars will know that they are practicing magic, okay, because they are well known for this work.
But in the
So
end, he told him. In the end, he told
he
him.
will tell
Yes.
them. Yes, so he will tell them about the truth because he has no choice, because they will discover the reality. Okay, so he will tell them. And of course, the scholars will try to prevent Faustus from doing so. We have many other characters will try, they are trying all the time from the beginning to the end of the play to convince him to leave this kind of black art, black magic. But unfortunately, he will refuse this. Okay, he will go on
Because proud, he proud.
because his pride, because of his self-conceit, because he has too much ambition. He's ambitious figure. So he wants to reach his aim, and he is not thinking about what will happen. Just his aim, his dream is in front of him. That's it. So this is concerning this question. So at the beginning, when the scholars enter, and they try to know where is Dr. Faustus. He refused to tell them that his master is at dinner with Valdez and Carlinus, and that the scholars take this as bad news. يعتبروها bad news. ليش يعتبروها bad news؟ لأنه they are famous. They are very famous magicians at that time. ومعروفين إن هم magicians بالشنو؟ بالdiamond art, بالblack magic. They are fearing that Faustus may be practicing magic as well. لأنه ترى تذكرون last week ذكرنا إنه Faustus is not the first time he is thinking of magic and conjuring. تتذكرون لما التقى Valdez and Carlinus شنو قالوا لهم؟ قالوا له and finally you are convinced that to practice magic معناها شنو؟ معناها he was thinking about that matter before and now he decided. Okay? So it's not the first time. فلما يسمعون إنه هو ويا التو famous magicians اللي معروفين practicing black magic راح يحسون إنه Faustus is practicing with them, and they will go off to inform the head of the university. إنه يردون يرحون يعني ما راح يتوقفون إنه من سمعوا Faustus now with Valdez and Carlinus لأن هم أصدقاء فما راح يتوقفون خلاص سمعوا وراحوا لا. They will do something. They just want to save him from this black magic, from this thing which is the anger of God. Okay, so in hope that he will be able to save Faustus from this mistake before it is too late. So do you think that they will succeed? I mean, the head of the university هم هسه راحوا للhead of the university حتى شو يقولوا له إنه Faustus he is trying to conjure, to learn black magic, black art. So try to rescue him before the time to.
No, they don't.
They can't.
No, they don't.
Good. They don't. They cannot. Why they cannot? As you have just mentioned. مثل ما قلت هسه الأسباب. Faustus عنده self-conceit, عنده too much pride, عنده too much ambition. Over صارت عنده يعني صارت عنده هذه شنو سميناها؟ الترم
insist.
Yeah, but what do we call the term? The weak point in the personality of the hero, the tragic hero. What do we call this? We called this before. The weak point. شو نسمينا الweak point اللي تكون موجودة بشخصية الtragic hero, which will lead to his downfall or death at the end of the drama. So what do we call it? I know it's a pride, but the dramatic term شنو سميناها؟ tragic flow. تتذكرون قلت لكم إنه لازم الهيرو suffer from a tragic flow which leads to his downfall or death at the end of the drama. يعني نقطة الضعف اللي تكون بشخصيته لما تصير over لما تصير too much هي راح تخليه he will fall down at the end of this drama. They are too late دول الطلاب, so I cannot allow them to enter to the class. Yes. Now, you know that the two scholars illustrate Faustus' respected status at the university. لما يجون two scholars أكفد في شيء يعني implied meaning نقدر إحنا نطلعه أثناء ما نقرأ قبل ما نبلش نقرأ التكست. بما إنه two scholars وهذول two scholars his friend, هذه توضح لنا شغلة إنه Faustus is what؟ لما يكونون أصدقاء two scholars معناها هو شنو؟
May I?
Humble.
Yes.
Lovely in society. Lovely in the community.
Yes, نبأ منير نبأ. نبأ, you want to say something?
He's humble.
Humble. Okay. Look, when your friend.
I said he's humble. He makes friends
when your friends are
all different society.
Okay, نبأ. Look, when your friends are professors, this means that you are educated man. When your friends are for example, servants, this means that you are from this level, okay? So two scholars reflects something that Faustus is just like them. He is also a respectable man.
Yes,
in the
sector, yes,
university.
exactly.
تقي
عفوا why said them noisy إذا كانوا هم friends and professor in with the Faustus College.
Yes, okay, I will answer this question. And I think that one of you also asked this question at the beginning of the class. They are noisy not because they are bad or they are naughty or such things. They are noisy because they are afraid of their friend. He is not coming to the university. So they come making certain noise and asking about him. That's why the word noisy is used here. يعني شوف تقي مثلا أنت اليوم صديقك المقرب اللي متعود إنه دائما يحضر وياك للمحاضرة ويجي يصير له فترة ما يجي للدوام، مو راح تكون لما تروح تسأل عنه تكون هيك يعني I cannot describe it by using the exact Arabic words but يعني تكون مخروع خايف
worry
اوكي فهاي كلمة noisy معناها هنا it's not يعني مو معناها انه هم noisy in their personality لا because they are afraid that their friends not here. وطبعا هم اكثر شغلة ثانية هم يدرون قبل شوية ذكرتها إن هم يدرون بعدة هاي الأفكار مالت البلاك ماجيك والبلاك آرت وهاي والكونجورينج أوكي فيخافون دائما يعني يراقبون هذا الشيء يخافون إنه he will be a magician okay so that's why they are noisy and also I answered you the question why the scholars because he is a respectable man so his friends will be respectable just like the scholars. They reveal a personal sense of intellectual superiority by addressing Faustus' servant as sir. يعني شوفوا عادة الإنسان التكست من نقرأه راح نشوف إنه بكل كلمة أكو فد implied meaning تعطينا فد شيء من الستايلستيك تكنيك اللي يستخدمها الكاتب. لما السيرفنت السكولرز يقولون للسيرفنت sir شنو معنى هذا الشيء؟ an address يعني شنو معناه؟
He is a master.
Sir, it's just like a kind of respect or a sense of intellectual superiority.
Formal way.
Yes, okay. Formality, good.
Politeness.
Then politeness, yes. He challenged their right to insist that he knows, and then because there is no, he have to tell them. You have to tell them. It's a must. He cannot conceal this fact because they are seeking for Faustus. They will know that. Okay. Then Wagner has the also intellectual and the intellect and education to engage the scholars in disputes using logic. يعني شوفوا ترى هو لما بدأ بالبداية راوغهم. Okay. هذه همات ينفد شيء ذكاء من عنده انه يحاول يعني يشغلهم يحاول ينسيهم الموضوع يحاول انه ما يخليهم يعرفون that Faustus is practicing or he is now with Valdis and Kernas. هذه هم نعتبرها intellectuality نعتبرها انه هو logical figure نعتبرها هم هو educated man. فقبل شوية واحد منكم قال انه he is ما ادري شنو وصفه one of you
Stupid?
Stupid. No, he is not stupid. This is the answer of your
question.
May
I
explain
yes. Why I say
yes.
that?
Yes.
He put upon of phrase of the word. He say like abracadabra. Why he say that? In my opinion, it's a stupid way.
No, this is an intellectual way in order to engage
with
the
scholars.
Scholars?
Yeah. Scholars, not yes.
Yeah, just to engage them, to engage the scholars in a dispute by using these words, these terms.
The scholar engaged from these words? I don't think so.
Anyway, any words in order just to...
Finally, in the end, what happened finally?
He told them the truth.
مو هذا يعني يعتبر كإضافة للمسرحية؟
Okay, let me see. يقين
ست مو يعتبر يعني كإضافة للمسرحية يعني حتى يصير فان هيك يعني شيء مضحك كوميدي.
لا شوفي هو هم بشخصيته. There are certain comic elements in his personality. We'll know them later on. يعني I don't like to reveal the whole personality of every characters now because you will know them scene by scene. You will discover this. There is certain comic scenes. There are certain elements, okay? But not now. Not now. Yes, thank you, Yaqeen.
May I, Professor?
Yes, Muhammad.
I think, in my opinion, Marlowe just want to make a scene 2. Just want to make scene. He put that. He say that abracadabra like this. Just to long scene. You know what I mean?
Muhammad, what do you mean by to make scene?
To complete scene. It's a short scene. Marlowe want to be complete scene, so he add more words like this abracadabra.
Okay.
And yes,
Okay,
I think
Muhammad.
just like that.
Okay, thank you for your idea, but actually I disagree with you because it's not Marlowe who suffer from shortage words or lack of using certain ideas in order to complete the scene by using these words. Of course, it's impossible. It's impossible, actually. But I respect your idea and your view. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Then,
Professor.
May
Thank
I
you very
add
much.
something?
Yes, Mustafa, we hear you.
Yes, I disagree with Muhammad because I think that Wagner is quite clever, and he also curious because he want to see the effect of black magic on his master, not on himself. But also he want to hear to know about the black magic and what happened with the black magic. If you see in the first scene when Faustus asked him to call Valdez and Colonus, he didn't refuse that, and as soon as possible he told them to come. So he wants his master to be in this field and to see what the black magic will happen if he do it.
Okay.
May I just say something?
Okay.
Just
as fast as possible because we don't have enough time. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
I think if you want to criticize for
criticize,
yes. Marlowe, it's have a wrong. It's okay. I think, in my opinion, if I want to criticize this play, this scene, it's not right for good way. I think, in my opinion. Yes.
Okay,
Just in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's bad way. Maybe in the past, it's okay when Wagner say abracadabra, the audience it's maybe love for that, but now I think it's stupid way.
Okay, طلاب حلا لهذا النقاش راح اقول لكم why he used these words. Okay, using word play just to obscure the truth of where Faustus is. Wagner use these word play نسميها word play اللي انت جاي تقولها just to obscure, to hide the truth of where Faustus is at the moment. Okay, his impatience with these two representatives of traditional learning mirrors Faustus' impassion in one. If you remember, Wagner's logic is flawed, but he is clever enough to confuse the scholars. He is clever enough. He is not stupid, because we learned that from scene 1. So that's why he used the word play in order to confuse the scholars. He's not only having some fun, but he is trying to protect again, to be naive. He used the word play to obscure the truth, at least for this moment. And also, he is logical person. It is so clear from scene 1 that he is clever enough to confuse the scholars. ليش سوى كل هذا? In order to protect Faustus. He knows that the scholars will not approve of his master's quests. ما راح يوافقون على هذا الشيء. So that's why this established Wagner's role as rather clever وبعد شو نقدر نعتبره loyal protective servant to Faustus. يعني احنا من خلال هذا السين اللي تقولون it is nonsense, it's not important، لا، احنا تعرفنا على شخصية ويغنر، عرفنا انه هذا الشخص بهذا الورد بلاي اللي استخدمها he is trying to protect Faustus، اذا هو protective person. he is trying to use word play معناها هو clever، وبهذا الاكشنز اللي سواه معناها هو loyal person. So in some respect he acts as a double for Faustus. Okay, يعني صار كدبل figures، كservant وكfriend.
But finally
Okay.
he told him.
Yeah, that's right. I told you before. For this moment يعني يحاول يستغل الوقت، يحاول انه يشغلهم just to protect Faustus، بس بعدين ما قدر يعني.
Professor.
ما... Yes.
Maybe when he say abracadabra, he mentioned for what he did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So he not to protect him, he just mentioned about what he did.
Maybe. Okay.
Maybe, yes.
Maybe. Because this has also implied meaning.
If I can, if I can.
Yes.
If I can, I save my opinion for myself. If I can.
Of course you can, and you are welcomed.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Professor.
Yes. Then he will also step into the role of the chorus. Okay. يعني هسه هو مو بس أخذ هذا الدور بهذا السين، يعني مو بس عرفنا إنه هو very loyal، ولا عرفنا هو protective figure، ولا عرفنا إنه هو clever، وإنما راح he will be the chorus of the next scene. He will be the chorus. He will take this role, which is very important role. Then why? My question is, what do you think? Why he will be the chorus? You know the role of the chorus. We have explained it from the first week. So why Marlowe makes Wagner to take this role? What do you think from this? احنا هذا السين كان عن مارلو، عن ويغنر، وعرفنا على شخصيته الحقيقية والخصائص مالت هذا الشخص.
May I?
Okay, let me just choose those who are not participating till now.
Can I?
نبأ، يلا نبأ.
I think because he will be with Faustus from the beginning to the end, so he will witness every big event, every major accident that will happen to him. So he will be the suitable role. And I want to add something. I think Wagner personality is like Alfredo with Batman. Do you know him?
Yes, I know him.
I feel like he's similar to that personality. That person.
Maybe.
In a way.
Good. I just want you to try to link between characters. Very good, Naba. Try to link between characters, the personality of the drama, this movie, with just to understand. Thank you, Naba. Thank you very much. بعد منو ما شارك? Anyone else? Just I want to answer this question. Why Wagner will be the chorus, in addition to what Naba had just mentioned.
May I?
Yaqeen, yes, Yaqeen.
Because he know everything about Dr. Faustus.
Yes. Okay, yes, Yaqeen. Thank you very much. Muhammad, do you want to add? Yes, Yaqeen, thank you. Muhammad, do you want to add something for this question? Because it is the concluding question before ending.
Yes. Like Yaqeen, because Dr. Faustus living just with Wagner, so he know everything about him. Maybe. My opinion. Yes.
And also, I have another idea that since we proved by this scene that he is loyal person, protective person, logical person, good friends, this give him the chance to reveal what will happen for Dr. Faustus. He will not be liars. He will because he is his close friend, according to this scene. Okay, he's trying to protect him, to rescue him. So this means that he is the suitable one to take this role, which is the chorus. Okay, any now in summary طلاب in summary إنه اليوم بهذا السين اجوا two scholars asking for Dr. Faustus. بالنسبة إلى ويغنر استخدم وياهم الورد بلاي for reasons ذكرناها شنو هي الأسباب. He is trying to engage them in order not to protect Faustus because he knows that they will not stop thinking about how to stop Faustus from doing so, from being a magician. فلهذا السبب هو حاول يخفي هذا الشيء عنهم لكن finally he failed because he have to tell them, maybe just like what your colleague have mentioned, by using the word to play, he reveals the reality with unconsciously. Okay, هذا وهاي الاشياء اللي سواها اثبتت انه هو اشياء انه السكولرز بما انهم educated respectable انه فاوستس again just like them وبما انه مارلو هو الكلوز فريند الى ويغنر سوري فمعناها ويغنر هم مثله اوكي مثلهم. So by using the word sir, this means that it's just like a kind of respect against inferiority and superiority, that all of them are in the same level. Okay. And finally, we conclude something that he will take the role of Karas simply because he is a loyal person, he's so close friend, and he will be as realistic as possible, not liar. So we will rely on him, we will believe him. Okay. So if you have questions before start reading something from the text, quotations مهمة I want to show you. Marlo. Okay, Mohammed. We respect your view, Mohammed. Okay.
Thank you so much, Professor. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, Yaqeen. Yes, that's right, Mohammed Adnan. Okay, thank you for your comments. You mentioned that two scholars visited and they are noisy. Why? هذا جاوبنا السؤال why they are noisy. Okay, so let's just read something from the text. يلعب دور الصديق يعني محمد, you mean that he is at the opposite, he is not that loyal figure? Maybe. Why you said so, Muhammad? Why you think so? Why you think that he just want to play this role of being loyal, of being a good person, to protect him?
Me, okay. Professor, sorry, me?
لا, another Muhammad. Let me just check. Muhammad
sorry.
Basim.
Sorry.
Muhammad Basim. He said that he maybe want to play this role, the role of being a good friend, kind, loyal, protective. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Let me now, the text, enter two scholars. I wonder what's become of Faustus that was wont to make our school ring with sic propos. Then enter Wagner, that shall we presently know here come his boy. How now, Sarah? شوفوا هذه السارة اللي استخدمها. Where's thy master? God in heaven knows. then مهمات. Where's thy master? God in heaven knows. What's the meaning of God in heaven knows? شنو معنات هذه
الله أعلم.
يعني الله وحده أعلم.
Yes, good. By the way, you can improve your language by using the expressions, sentences, phrases from a drama and novel. يعني انتوا حاليا بدور تطوير اللغة مالتكم، فلما التكست كلش يفيدكم انه تعلمون من عنده. مثلا God in heaven knows. Why does not thou know then? So why you don't know? Yes, I know, but that follows not. Go to Sarah, leave your jesting and tell us where he is. Again, يعني they insist on this question. They just want to know the reality, where is Faustus. That follows not by force of argument, which you being and should stand upon, therefore acknowledge your error and be attentive. then you will not tell us again. شوفوا هاي مرة ثالثة. Okay, you will not tell us. يعني ما راح تقول لنا. You are deceived, for I will tell you. Yet, if you were not dunces, you should never ask me such a question. For is he not corpus natural, and is not that mobile? Then wherefore should you ask me such a question, but that I am by nature slow to wrath and to prone of liquor? To love, I would say, it were not for you to of execution, although I do not doubt, but to see you both hang the next session, thus having triumphed over you. I will set my countenance like operations and begin to speak thus truly, my dear. Then my master is هذا القول المهم. My master is within a dinner with Valdez and Carolinas. Underline this. Try to underline this طلاب. Then would inform your worship, and so the Lord bless you, preserve you, and keep you, my dear brethren, and exists. Then, O Faustus, then I fear that which I have long suspected, that thou art fallen into that demon art. Underline this too. This was their reaction. هذا الرد الفعل مالتهم لما عرفوا إن Faustus is within a dinner with Valdez and Carlinus, for which they too are infamous through the word. Were he a stranger not allied to me, the danger of his soul would make me mourn. But come, let us go, underline this too, let us go and inform the rector, يعني the head of the department in the university. It may be his grave counsel may reclaim him. I fear me nothing will reclaim him now. يعني هم متأكدين إنه ماكو شيء راح يأثر على فاستس. Yet let us see what we can do. حتى لو يعني ما راح ماكو شيء يأثر عليه، بس يعني خلينا نحاول. مجرد إنه is just an attempt, just a try. They want just to try to stop him from that behavior, that action, that bad thing, because this will have certain bad things for Faustus. I mean, the results. Yes. Now, any question about scene 2? Do you have any questions? Something that you don't understand?
يعني هذه اللغة الأدبية القديمة هذه لولا
Yes, it is. Okay, look, that this is what do we call it as dramatic poetry. They use poetry in writing a drama, and also he used certain words which is from the old English. مثلا ما كانوا يستخدمون has, have, hath يستخدمون بمكانها. وشغلة ثانية. This text is just like a mixture. يعني تشوفون أكفد أسطر ما نقراها لأنه it's not in English. Okay.
يعني أحس بها أي كلماتها يعني مو شلون اللي مو مترابطة.
يعني
مو مثل المحادثات العادية اللي نقراها إنجليزي.
Yes, that's right. Just try to understand the most important things. Try to translate the difficult words. And you can use synonyms. وإحنا بالمحاضرة هم جاي بس أشر لكم الأشياء المهمة والكلمات الصعبة. It will be easy for you. It will be easy for you. What else? إيش قد أنتوا 90 إيش قد وينكم؟ أي.
May I?
Next scene will be your homework. Yes, Muhammad. Of course. Yes.
Thank you. I'm sorry if I talk too much in this lecture.
No.
I like the discussion in your lecture. I really like your way
and
of teaching.
I also like those who are always participating and making the class controversial. So
Thank you so much.
This is literature. You can express your opinion, your own perspective.
Thank you so much, Professor. In the examination, we should be write your opinion or our opinion. It's okay.
Of course, not my opinion, but
your
be as logical as possible. I want you to be logical. يعني محمد مو تقول إنه مارلو فشل ومارلو مو فاشل ما يعرفش يكتب يعني
no about the character of Wagner. Maybe we discussion it's stupid or not stupid. Maybe in my opinion stupid. It's okay or not.
No, I don't mean so, by the way. Look, we have certain critical questions. اكو اسئله تكون critical questions. هنا شنو رايكم؟ يعني مثلا بالبدايه كانترودكشن تجاوب بصوره عامه الباراجراف الاول. انا ان شاء الله راح اخصص لكم محاضره عن how to write how to answer the critical question.
اي والله يا ريت. اي والله
الباراجراف الاول يكون introduction، بعدين لما تيجي بالnext paragraphs هنا ممكن تذكر رأيك، تقول إنه أنت رأيك هيك بس الآراء تقول هيك وهيك، يعني دخل رأيك أوكي. وآخر باراجراف راح يكون الكونكلوجن. فأكيد آرائكم ممكن تعبرون عنها، ممكن تكتبوها بالإضافة إلى الآراء اللي نذكرها بالمحاضرة، بالإضافة إلى الدوكيومنتس اللي أسوي لكم اللي أنزلها على الموديل، وبالإضافة إلى التكست الأقوال اللي جايين أشرحها. So كل هاي الأشياء تكون included in the exam. Everything mentioned in the class I told you before will be included in the exam, Mohammed.
تمام.
You can include your opinion.
شكرا ست واضح جدا. ممنون.
Yes. Then Mohammed Basim also writes something. Let me just see. Okay, when we answer in the text, can we use our? Of course, this is the most important thing that you have to know. Use your words, your own words, your own ideas, your own style, not copying and pasting from the source. Of course. يعني لازم تستخدمون أفكاركم. يعني أنت أقرأ، أوكي، أنت أقرأ الملزمة، أقرأ المشهد اللي أنا ملخصت لك إياه، أقرأ الملاحظات بالنوت بوك اللي عندك، بس لما تيجي تكتب اللي ببالك، يعني تخزن المعلومات بدماغك وتطلعها بالامتحان باستخدام your words. Good question, Mohammed. Good. Then what else? 89 واحد الباقين وينكم؟ By the way, next time, all of you will, tomorrow is the next time. It will be scene 3, okay? Then I will ask you also about scene 1 in the first 5 minutes. Try to prepare the summary for scene 3. I want you all participate, please. All of you have to participate, whether it is right or wrong, no matter. يعني لا تفكرون إنه هذا الشيء صح أو خطأ، مجرد إنه شاركوا أفكاركم، احكوا حتى لو خطأ. المهم تحكي، يعني شوي راح تتطور هاي الأفكار because you are still in the second stage بعدكم. فعادي، كلش عادي إنه واحد تكون لغته ضعيفة وشي. فلهذا أريد ذول ايش قد 88 90 طالب، أريد الكل يشارك، كل واحد يعني اللي شاركوا اليوم أريد نجدد next week, next time, I mean tomorrow. Okay? Deal,
Professor, deal.
Not Mohammed. I just want the others.
deal.
Maybe okay. I speak a lot in this lecture. I'm sorry.
The same names: Mohammed, Mustafa, Yaqeen, رقية, نبأ. الباقين عافية، طلع اسم جديد. سلام عبد الزهرة. خوش. سلام باكر. حضر نفسك. سكينة. ما أحب أذكر أسماء لأنه أخاف أنسى واحد مشارك وبعدين يضوج. سكينة، you want to say something؟
بس هو مهم المحاضرة، بس لما أنا قرأت عندي سمعت أنا.
طبعا أكيد. لا إذا ما أفهمك أقول لك إنه أنا ما فهمت عليك. أوكي. So of course because طلاب الوقت خلاص، وقت المحاضرة خلاص. So I just take screenshot for the names.
Just may I add notes?
Of course. يلا أسكرن الأسماء وأنت أحكي. Okay.
Professor, please discuss this just as a novel. I think we should be discussing it as a play, not just as a novel.
What do you mean?
I mean the play is different novel. We're discussing it just like a novel, the main idea of novel, but maybe we should be discussing it like a play. Why he showed that, why he showed this and this, not just the main idea, why he showed it. We're not discussing why he for example, why Wagner say that, abracadabra, or that, or that, or that. Maybe the play different the novel, different from the novel.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yes.
Yes, Muhammad.
I got you. The play for show to audience.
Yes, I got your idea. You are right. لو كانت شوفوا الدراما لما يكون حضوري تكون تختلف عن النوفل مثل ما قلت انه اول شيء نستعرض مقاطع من الموفي اللي موجودة. هاي اول شغلة. الشغلة الثانية انه نسوي فد actions بالموضوع. يعني I used this way before I think 5 years ago.
كلش حلو والله ست اذا نسوي كلش حلو.
بس مو احنا قاعدين اونلاين طلاب شلون تمثلون
ممكن محاضرة بالشهر تصير حضورية للنثر ولا وحدة بالشهر ست؟
والله يا ريت بس هاي المادة مسويها الكترونية. يعني انه السين مثلا هسه سين 3 انه شلون يصير الاكشن بيه. فد سين 2 هسه منو ظهروا بيه؟ 2 سكولرز ويجنر مو هذول الثلاثة. فممكن 3 طلاب يحفظون يعني مو يحفظوا يدرخوا لا يفهمون الافكار ويمثلوها. طبعا هاي الطريقة راح تخليه ينطبع بدماغكم أبد ما راح تنسون الأفكار لأنه يعني أكثر راح تفهموها صحيح. بالإضافة إلى عرض مقاطع من المسرحية اللي دزيت لكم إياها أنا على الجروب. فلو كان حضوري اتس اوكي بلكي يصير بالكورس الثاني حضوري نسوي هاي الطريقة إن شاء الله.
And it's different tools of literature.
In the class منتظر in the class you will act in the class as an actor. You will take the role of Faustus or take the role of Wagner or good angel and evil angel. Okay. Yes. Yes, that's it. أي صحيح. هواي جامعات هيك يسوون. يا ريت إذا صار حضوري I promise you that we will use this way because I like it. I like the to practice things rather than just talking about the events.
I am Lucifer, Professor. From now I am Lucifer.
Yes. Okay. Okay, guys, thank you very much for your listening, participation, and we'll meet tomorrow, inshallah, at the same time. So, see you and bye.
See you.
See you.